Tyler Dragonfly Jones, are you prepared to make an announcement at this point?
So to give people a quick rundown on where we're at, I gave up on that Washington fandom a few years ago, but then Jayden Daniels looking like hands down rookie of the year came in lighting it up. The new coaching staff, Dan Quinn, Cliff Kingsbury are killing it. So I said, look, this is everything I wanted when I left, right? I said the ownership is shitty, the team name is shitty, the talent is shitty, the coaching staff is shitty. They went, they got a competent coaching staff. They got Dan Snyder the fuck up out of there. They got a name change. I'm not crazy about Commanders still. I still think that just sounds like a police dog's name. I'm not crazy about it, but it's way better than the other shit they were running with. Way better than fucking Redskins. I always thought that shit was racist, even as a little kid. But I was like, um, and they got a dynamic young black quarterback. And I'm like, bro, these are all the things that I wanted. Like, if you would have told me years ago when I quit that, okay, all of this shit is going to happen. Snyder's getting the boot. You're going to get competent coaching, and you're going to have a phenomenal rookie quarterback who's going to win rookie of the year and be a star in this league. I'd be like, okay, sign me up. And I was reluctant. Hey, Maya, I was reluctant to get back on board. She got the cat waving and shit too. I was
Maya,
I
put that
love
hat down,
her.
Hey,
baby.
spooky
Maya.
season, man. That was very spooky season
Right,
for me right
right.
there. Got
Love
the black
that.
cat waving at us and shit. Happy
Hell
Halloween.
yeah.
But so they've been lighting shit up this season, right? Like averaging like fucking 33 points a game. Like I said,
Yep.
Jayden Daniels looking like the rookie of the year. They are, hopped out there number one team in the NFC East. And I was like, I might come back. But I was like, the whole stipulation was y'all got to beat the Panthers
Right.
because those are the games that we always lose. The games that we're supposed to win are games that Washington always just fucks up. And we got some real monkey paw shit that happened that game where they won and Jayden Daniels, had a cracked rib and we didn't
Right.
know where he was going to be at. He was week to week, but he came out this week. And I said, okay, Jayden's back. So I am back now. I'm a man of my word. I'm sticking to it. We got Jayden out there not missing time. That was my agreement. If they beat the Panthers, I'm on board. They beat the Panthers and Jayden started this week. And that
So,
shit, and no, and that shit felt like the most Washington ass game I've ever seen in my life when I watched that shit. I was like, of course, when I come back, they go back to the brand of football that I hated. It was just the offense was struggling, right? They only hit 4 field goals before the Hail
yep.
Mary. And they it felt like they blew the game when fucking the Bears gift wrapped that shit with that dumbass handoff to the offensive lineman that he fumbled. They recovered it. Couldn't do shit with it. Chicago gets the ball back and they blow it on a pass interference. That puts them on that puts Chicago on the one and
Yep.
Chicago eventually goes ahead and gets what I thought was the game winning score. And I was like, of course, when I come back, Washington goes back to this bullshit. But motherfucking Jayden Daniels. That motherfucker Jayden Daniels, boy. I'm getting emotional, man. God's done miracles on me.
Yeah.
Like, he's done miracles on me. Listen, and the whole thing is the commentators were like, Jaden's got a cracked rib. He might not even have it in him to throw that Hail Mary. Because when your rib's fucked up, everything you do goes
Yeah.
through that, right? And they're like, they might want to sub Mariota in just for this one last one. And Jayden threw that motherfucker. And I was like, okay, it got to the end zone. That's all I was asking for, right? You don't expect Hail Marys to be bullets. You just want your guys to have a chance. It got
Yeah.
to the motherfucking end zone. We saw the scrum around that motherfucker. And I saw that bitch get tipped up. And I was like, no. Like, no. No. And motherfucking Noah Brown caught that bitch. And I was like, oh my God. I fucking screeched in my living room. I, I couldn't believe it. I was waiting on a flag because shit like this just doesn't happen to me as a Washington fan. I for sure thought the greatest play that I'd seen in a while as a Washington fan was gonna get called back. But bro, it was money. And dog, it's just like I said, I am back. It feels like a new day now. They're
He's
winning
back.
the yeah, they're winning the games they're supposed to win. Like I said,
He's back, baby.
today was ugly as fuck. Today was an ugly win, but goddamn Jaden, bro, he's special, man. That kid got the glow, dog.
Well, the what it
That was a
What was it?
concern.
What we said it was going to be a reverse intervention. The relapse-vention was successful.
Yeah. Relapse vengeance. He's back on the
Back.
sauce.
um,
I don't think it's ever letting go this time. Not with that
no,
guy
he
quarterback.
and look,
Truth,
man,
man.
I sympathize with you. I sympathize with you about what you were talking about with the fandom. I do have friends, like I mentioned, who are Washington fans, and like I told you, the injuries to RG3 and stuff. I saw the depth of like people still like my friend texted me like I fucking told you when he got hurt in the Panthers game. And I was like, bro, like you have the golden ticket. You have what every NFL fandom wants. A dope, cool young quarterback. Like just enjoy whatever the next 10 years looks like. You don't win, whatever. It's you got what everyone is hoping for. And I understand how deep the like hurt and the not wanting to open your heart up to it. But you know, you had several beat writers say, I've never seen a bigger reaction to the end of a game in that stadium than them winning in that fashion. They actually had, I thought, like the dopest fucking uniforms, the black and
Let's talk
golds.
about it, bro. Those
Damn,
uniforms are
bro.
so tough. The all blacks with the gold, with the DC flag on the
All
shoulder.
black with a little bit of
Yeah,
gold, bro.
bro. And I love the numbers on the helmet. And the thing is, like, I wasn't really crazy about it when Bama did it because that Bama shit looks like segregation as hell. That shit, the numbers on Bama helmets look like a whites only water fountain. But with the Commanders, that shit
It's a
is sharp
Jim
as
Crow
hell, bro.
font. It's a
Yeah.
Jim Crow font on the Alabama shit for sure,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. But that shit pops with the Commanders, dog. I love the numbers on the helmet.
I don't know, man. I couldn't be happier for you. We have to talk about Chicago DB Tyreek
boy.
Stevenson, who
Ooh.
turned around and was mocking the Washington crowd as the play was going on. The Hail Mary turns around, realizes the play is midway through, runs over to try and get involved, and ends up tipping the ball up like a volleyball setter perfectly for Noah Brown to catch that shit. Hey, bro. I mean, that might be the boogeriest, dookiest shit I've ever seen in sports. I mean, that is brutal. And listen, I've had friends like we've talked about this on the pod. It was not a fun time to be a Long Beach person when Deshaun Jackson dropped that ball before going into the end zone. I've been a fan of dudes who made the biggest boneheaded play of the year, but like I've never seen some shit like that. He's turned around with his back to the play, talking shit while the play is happening, Tyler.
It was dog when I saw that fucking him being the one who tipped the fucking game winner, dog. That is just so fucking hilarious. But that's what's so great about football. It's that I feel like football is a sport where like the karma comes around so fucking quickly in that sport. Like if you talk shit, you know what I'm saying? If you get a completion as a wide receiver and you talk shit, next play you might get cracked going across the middle, right? Like the football gods, they balance the scales very quickly with that sport.
Right.
And I felt like that was just like a prime example of that shit. I went on there and I snitched on that man on Twitter. I quote tweeted the tweet of that footage. I added the Bears. I added Caleb.
I saw that.
I added DJ Moore. You know what I'm saying? I added Oprah. I was like, Oprah, I know you live in Chicago. You're a Bears fan. Have you seen this? Like,
what do you want Oprah to do, ridiculous.
Tyler? I'm just trying to bring awareness. You know what I'm saying? Is that what they say? But yeah, I just dog.
Tomorrow on a very special Oprah, Tyreek Stevenson, what he's done and his heartfelt apology.
You got that man on the couch. I should have added Ayala on that motherfucker. But yeah, dog, bro, that is just so fucking hilarious. Because like I said, that's just how shit works in football, bro. Those fucking scales get balanced so quickly, bro.
John, you haven't seen that? You didn't see the clip of him?
I saw the clip of it. I didn't have all the context. I was actually driving back from Robert's
like
people's crib.
With his back to the play.
Yeah,
talking shit to the crowd.
I saw some
you stupid motherfuckers. Like you already.
I saw a clip of some Bear fans talking shit, and they were like behind the end zone, and like we're talking shit to like a fan that was like a Commanders fan or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And so it shows like they make the catch. Shows all everybody jumping around, and it pans back to the Bear fan, and they're like, last time we seen, he was like smiling, like it panned back to him. He looked like the kid that was holding a drink in that one meme, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We
Crazy
need. I'm just gonna say this, and I know it was not the best football game. We need Bears Commanders every year. Like until Caleb
Oh,
and
yeah.
Jayden aren't the young dudes,
Yes.
we need this shit every year because that was one of the wildest things I've ever seen in an NFL game. And yeah, it was just too perfect.